Americans should not want the FBI being weaponized, as some have claimed, by the Democratic Party. A dossier was then used by the FBI to get a warrant from the FISA court. These are all things that should concern every American in terms of protecting their civil liberties.
That was Congressman Bob Goodlatte, chair of the House Judiciary Committee, on the fears that the FBI was weaponized in order to take down President Donald Trump. I think he's right to have a lot of fears about this right now. I mean, you just think about what the FBI did, right? Did the FBI follow protocol to obtain the FISA warrant on Carter Page? I don't think so. I mean, we've combed through 400 and some odd pages of this FISA application and its supporting documents. And though the FBI mentioned things from the dossier, this dossier, a dossier that was floating out in journalist circles, by the way, and nobody, not even the New York Times, actually reported on any of this. You know why? Nobody could confirm any of it. And you don't report what you cannot confirm. But somehow the FBI didn't care. I mean, they never told the judge, as far as we can tell, that they got their information from a piece of Clinton or DNC-funded opposition research, this thing. They never bothered saying who had paid for this thing. Don't you think that's relevant? I mean, I tell you, as a journalist, I think about all the time who my sources are, where something's coming from, what is their motivation? And then you have to check and cross-check and check it somewhere else, and this is just what you do. I would think that the FBI would do the same thing, right? They did tell the judge, I should point out, that whoever funded Christopher Steele was looking for dirt on Donald Trump. They just didn't bother to tell them that it was Hillary Clinton's team. I guess they just weren't so keen on telling the judge it was Clinton-funded opposition research, because then the judge would say, you know, maybe we ought to think about that research. Maybe we actually ought to triple check that research ourselves. I mean, if I were the FBI, I would have sent someone to Russia myself and said, check this out and check it again and check it again, because you don't just go issuing FISA warrants on people unless you have a real firm foundation and belief that you have reason to do so. The Steele dossier, this thing, it was research, opposition research funded by opponents, and somehow we're using this to issue FISA warrants? That is, as Goodlatte says, a kind of weaponizing of our government. We cannot permit that. We cannot allow that. We cannot use government resources